Butter, thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you so much for having me here today, Kyle.
You're welcome. And so I'm so happy to have you because it's Embracing Femininity Month on Hamptons to Hollywood.
Absolutely.
As you know. And so obviously we are frequent collaborators.
Can't get enough of you.
I can't get enough.
I can't get enough of you, Kyle. Or Hamptons to Hollywood, for that matter.
But I wanted to bring you back because this is a big month and it's applicable to you. Because you're feminine.
What do you mean?
And so I wanted to talk about femininity in the terms of drag culture. What does femininity mean to you? Should we cheers first?
I think I've been waiting for that moment. The whole time I've been waiting for that.
Cheers.
Cheers to another great collaboration. You're a star, baby.
Sure.
You can take femininity to a very serious place, but you have me here, so you know that's not
happening.
It's not where it's going. It's going to be very surface.
But that's how you interpret femininity.
That's my interpretation, exactly. For me, femininity is almost like a softness, a beauty aspect, and like a light and airy type of feeling.
You look great, by the way.
Thank you, Kyle. You're looking fabulous as well with your popped collar, little signature. Branding, ladies and gentlemen, very important. You should take a note. Kyle Langan, Hamptons to Hollywood, 2020. So every morning I would watch my mother. Yeah. She actually used to sit up on the sink. Indians, she's a very small woman. I couldn't do that. And I just watch her just do her always like a thick eye of black. She loved the black eyeliner. So my mom looked at a little bit of a heavier makeup, which, I mean, I can't relate. I'm just wearing a lash and a lip gloss. And I loved my mother so much. I thought she was so fabulous. So
shout out to you, Sharon.
Sharon, this is your fault. Oh, mother's milk, speaking of mom. The process of her getting up in the morning and just transforming from a beautiful woman into this glamorous, hair curled, like a big black lash, like a bright red lip, and to watch that transformation to me was so it was just awe-inspiring to me.
What do you think that did for your mom, and what do you think you putting on makeup does for you?
For me and for my mother, for example, I just saw her, that was kind of a way for her to just become an elevated, more confident version of herself.
Right.
And for me, I'm a man. I'm surprised. I'm a man.
I'm a dude.
I'm a dude. Samantha Jones, Sex and the City. Oh my God, that's why I started drag. Really.
We look very Carrie and Samantha right now. Look at us.
We are very Carrie and Samantha. And I couldn't help but wonder, why is there a drag queen in my home? When I'm putting makeup on, it's almost like a meditation. And I always have been an artistic kid growing up, and this is the way I get to now, as an adult, express my art on my face.
Isn't it so interesting that men don't need to put on makeup to feel confident or empowered? Men who put on women's makeup are doing it as a piece of self-expression. And women put on makeup to feel empowered.
I don't think that women need to put on makeup to be empowered. And a lot of women don't.
No, you're right.
And they still feel empowered. Yeah, like you said, in a perfect world, men should be able to experiment with their face and their art. That's the masculinity, femininity kind of struggle there. Yeah.
What do you think having a feminine side means? And when did you first start to understand that you had a feminine side?
Well, first of all, I think everyone has a masculine and a feminine side. I think it just depends who you are, if you choose to access that, or if you can access that.
What do you think that men could do to kind of access more of that femininity, whether it's surface or more emotional?
Obviously, you don't need to do this to access your feminine side, by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. I think if you can access the entire spectrum within, that's beneficial to you in your life, because to shut any part of you off, unless you're a murderer, is a disservice to not only yourself, but the people around you. And you can access those lighter, more airy sides of yourself without compromising you being a masculine man.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
I do. I think that's very beautifully said.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm very beautiful.
You look very passable.
Girl, she's trying to get my goat. I'm just trying to reach all the spectrum inside me, and then some, and do it in a way that entertains others. I want to be a caricature of what a woman, a cartoon of what a woman would be. I know you want a more deep answer than that.
No, I don't.
I'm about as deep as a mud puddle.
Describe that mental shift that you go through when you're in the chair, that 2 hours doing your makeup.
For me, it's definitely when like the eyeliner goes on. You get that black slice, and you just kind of feel that kind of like a sultry woman. Like all the women you've looked up to in your life. Like I love the X-Men and I love Storm and all those powerful like women. Oh, my bread and butter. And you start to kind of feel like you're part of that sisterhood then.
Yeah, artistry is feminine.
Would you say so?
Yeah.
Is that a feminine quality? Artistry?
I think things that are of the masculine are like, Excel spreadsheets and processes and, really defined things that you put like into boxes, whereas femininity is much more like free-flowing.
It's like left brain versus right brain almost.
Yes, exactly. I think a truly kind of self-actualized person falls somewhere in the middle. Do you know what I mean?
I would tend to agree with you.
And I think that is really great because I think that you do. And I think that when you become butter, it's just a little bit, it's interesting to see the transition. I think you're more in touch with yourself, which is, I think, a huge feminine quality. I think being in touch with yourself is feminine.
I do love this a little bit more, for sure.
Thank you for embracing femininity with us this March.
Thank you.
I'll see you next March and see how far we've come.
I'll see you tomorrow because we live together.